What if I told you the golden age of American muscle was built on a lie? Ford did not just build cars, they built monsters. They lied to insurance agencies about the horsepower, and then, for some of their best creations, they destroyed the molds after just 1 year. Number 9. The 1969 Mercury Cougar Eliminator is a true ghost of the muscle car era. A luxury coupe transformed into a street brawler for just one wild year. Mercury took its genteel Cougar and unleashed it with the Eliminator package. Competition orange stripes, a menacing rear wing, a blackout grille, and an attitude that screamed rebellion. Under the hood, the optional 428 Cobra Jet V8 was officially rated at 335 horsepower. But owner dyno runs, and street legends put the real number well north of 400. Only about 2,250 Eliminators left the factory, making this car a rare sight even at the biggest Ford gatherings. For those lucky enough to find one, the combination of big block muscle and Mercury flair sets it apart. A one-year-only wonder that proved even the upscale brands wanted in on the horsepower wars. The Cougar Eliminator didn't rewrite racing record books, but it carved out a cult following and set the stage for the Aero weapons that would follow. In 8th place, the 1969 Ford Talladega stands as Ford's secret weapon from the NASCAR Aero Wars, a street-legal missile built only to satisfy the rulebook. With just about 500 units ever produced, the Talladega was never meant for mass appeal. Its stretched nose, flush-mounted grille, and smoothed rocker panels weren't about looks. They were calculated to slice through the air, giving Ford an edge at 200 miles per hour on the high banks of Daytona and Talladega. NASCAR's homologation rules demanded that race cars start as factory street machines, so Ford slipped this aerodynamic marvel into dealerships just long enough to qualify. Under the hood, the big block 428 Cobra Jet was left intentionally mild on paper, but the real advantage was in the wind tunnel, not the dyno. The Talladega rewrote what a muscle car could be, less about brute force, more about outsmarting the competition. It's the ultimate insider's machine, a car built for one reason: to win races, not hearts. Today, its rarity and racing pedigree make it a holy grail for collectors who know the real story behind Ford's quest for NASCAR dominance. Number 7. The 1965 Ford Galaxy 500 two-door sedan is where brute force ruled the streets before the pony car revolution rewrote the rules. This full-size heavyweight was not built for subtlety. Under that massive hood lurked the legendary 427 cubic inch FEV8, a factory option that turned the Galaxy into a rolling sledgehammer. Officially rated at 425 horsepower, the big block's true muscle was unleashed with special order police and drag racing gear sets, close ratio 4-speeds, bulletproof rear ends, and axle ratios that let this beast launch like a rocket. The Galaxy 500's chrome-heavy body might have signaled a family car, but period road tests proved otherwise. 0 to 60 in the low 6s, quarter miles in the mid 13 seconds, all while carrying full-size weight. Before Mustangs and Torinos stole the spotlight, the Galaxy 500 stood as Ford's declaration of big displacement supremacy, a street brawler that laid the foundation for everything that followed. Number 6. The 1968 Ford Fairlane Torino GT marks the turning point where Ford's muscle game met the mainstream. As the golden age of American muscle reached fever pitch, Ford dropped the full-size Brute Act and rolled out this mid-size contender with sleek fastback lines, GT stripes, and a badge that promised more than just family duty. Under the hood, buyers could order a 390 cubic inch V8 with 325 horsepower, or for the truly bold, the new 428 Cobra Jet, officially rated at 335, but notorious for making more. The real game changer was the introduction of Select Shift 3-speed automatic, a move that proved big block power did not have to be chained to a stick. Contemporary road tests clocked the Torino GT with the 428 CJ in the low 14 seconds in the quarter mile, all while offering comfort and style. This was the car that showed muscle could be adaptable, ready for stoplight showdowns or Sunday drives. The Torino GT set the template for Ford's next wave of performance icons, bridging the gap between full-size thunder and pony car agility. Number 5, the 1967 Shelby GT500 Fastback is the moment the Mustang legend went from street hero to full-blown American classic. Carroll Shelby didn't just slap his name on a badge. He reimagined the pony car with a torque-rich big block 428 under the hood, a widened track, and chassis tweaks that turned Ford's bestseller into a fire-breathing outlaw. Factory fiberglass on the nose and tail cut weight and hinted at the racing DNA beneath the skin. Only about 2 years of production means the real deal GT500s are a rare breed, with fewer than 2,050 built in 1967. Road tests of the day clocked 0 to 60 miles per hour in the low sixes, but it was the tidal wave of torque and Shelby's signature handling upgrades that set this car apart. The GT500 stands as a high water mark, born from the mind of a racing legend, built for the street, and gone before the insurance crackdown could tame its spirit. Number 4, the 1970 Ford Torino Cobra is where Ford's muscle philosophy hits its rawest nerve. Nothing subtle, just pure, unfiltered drag, strip aggression. The heart of this beast is the 429 Super Cobra Jet 5.8, a factory monster rated at 375 horsepower, but feared for delivering far more when unleashed. Backed by a close ratio 4-speed, Detroit locker rear end, and heavy-duty suspension, the Torino Cobra was engineered for one purpose: to obliterate the quarter mile. Owner logs and Motor Trend's own stopwatch pinned it at 13.9 seconds at 102 miles per hour, staggering numbers for a street legal heavyweight, tipping the scales at nearly 2 tons. The blacked-out grille, bold stripes, and gas-charged shocks gave it a menacing presence, but it was the thunder under the hood that made legends. Only a short production window means these Cobras are a rare catch today, prized by collectors who know the difference between paper stats and real-world fury. In the golden age, this was Ford's answer to the horsepower wars. Brute acceleration, no apologies, no mercy. Coming to the top 3, the 1999 Ford F-150. Lightning sent shockwaves through the muscle world by proving that Ford's fire-breathing spirit could survive in a pickup truck. This was no ordinary hauler. Ford's special vehicle team bolted a factory-eaten supercharger onto a 5.4-liter Triton 5.8, cranking out a thunderous 360 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque. With a lowered pin, sport-tuned suspension, beefy 17-inch wheels, and a limited slip rear end, the Lightning could launch from 0 to 60 miles per hour in the mid 5-second range, territory usually reserved for sports cars, not workhorses. Only about 5,000 Lightnings were built in the first 2 years, making it a rare beast on the street and a legend at the strip. Chevy's 454 SS might have started the muscle truck wars, but the Lightning finished them, out-handling and out-accelerating the competition with ease. In an era when muscle cars seemed like a fading memory, the Lightning widened the envelope and reminded everyone that Ford performance wasn't just a thing of the past. It could still catch you off guard, even with a bed in the back. In second place, the 1971 Ford Mustang Boss 351 stands as the ultimate street-legal Trans Am weapon. Born for 1 year only, bred to outgun the Camaro Z28, and remembered as the last gasp of the true high-compression muscle era. Ford dropped the all-new 351 Cleveland VE8 under the Boss's domed hood, a short-stroke screamer that didn't peak until a wild 6,200 revolutions per minute. Officially, it made 330 horsepower. But period tests and survivor dyno polls tell a story of real-world numbers far higher. Only about 1,800 Boss 351s ever left the factory, making them a rare sight at even the biggest Mustang gatherings. Unique Boss graphics, a blacked-out hood, and competition-ready suspension marked it as a serious threat. But it was the car's handling, praised by road testers for its balance and bite, that truly set it apart from the straight-line bruisers of the day. On the track, the Boss 351 backed up its reputation, helping Ford clinch Trans Am bragging rights and cementing its legacy in the muscle car rivalry. Scarcity, racing pedigree, and a reputation for eating Z28s alive have turned the Boss 351 into a collector's fever dream, a one-year legend that roared just before the muscle car world changed forever. And finally, in first place, the 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1 Cobra Jet, the undisputed holy grail of blue oval muscle. This is where the myth becomes reality. Ford's Mach 1, armed with the 428 Cobra Jet 5.8, was the ultimate factory street brawler, built on the golden age lie of underrated horsepower. On paper, the Cobra Jet was rated at 335 horsepower, but in the real world, period dyno polls and drag strip legends put the number closer to 410, sometimes even higher. The drag pack option added a beefed-up oil cooler, 3.91 or 4.30 gears, and heavy-duty internals, turning the Mach 1 into a quarter-mile assassin. 0 to 60 miles per hour flashed by in just 5.8 seconds, a figure that left most rivals in the dust. The shaker hood scoop, matty black hood, and sports roof fastback body announced its intentions before you even twisted the key. Original MSRP hovered around $3,700, but today pristine examples routinely hammer for 6 figures at auction, a testament to their rarity and the fever they inspire among collectors. Produced for only 1 year, in this purest form, just over 9,500 left the line, making every survivor a ticket to muscle car immortality. The Mach 1 Cobra Jet didn't just win races, it exposed the insurance deception, defined the era, and became the car every Ford fanatic dreams of finding in a barn. This is the legend at full throttle. The Mustang that took the lie and turned it into the ultimate street legend. Which one would you take home, and what's your holy grail Ford? Let us know below. Across all 9 legends, 1. Truth roars. Ford's most coveted muscle cars were born from rebellion. Scarce, underrated, and engineered for racing dominance. That hunger for speed over rules still fuels the legend today. Which one would you risk it all to drive? Drop your pick in the comments below.